What up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning back in, and let's get right into it. So the Nasdaq today, just from looking at the charts, right, first impression obviously was downtrending on the day. And what really lets me know that is that the market was trending between the middle VWAP, right, this line right here, and the bottom VWAP. And anytime the market trends between these two lines, that's just a sign that it's typically going to be downtrending on the day, right? And that's what we ended up seeing. The Nasdaq was it was really just validating this line right here, the middle VWAP, as a resistance. And anytime it tried to cross it, it was really struggling, and it kept just selling off, right? And it kept making these lower lows and these lower highs on the day. And ultimately, where we're at right now, as of filming this video, the market has continuously just been pushing down on the day, right? It hit lows of 11,912 down here. And I'm just going to cover how today went. So today, just like yesterday, there was opportunity. Basically, every day there's opportunity to make money on both sides of the market. And you can trade TQQQ if you're thinking the market is going to go up, or SQQQ if you're thinking the market's going to fall down. So I've covered that in a lot of videos. Those are the two ETFs me and my brother focus on. And yeah, that's what I wanted to let you guys know of. So anytime there's a big move up, like this, as you can see, these large green candles, you can make money with the direction going up. And if you think a market is going to start selling off, you can also start to make money as it starts to sell off, right? A lot of people think that it's not possible, or they're just not aware of that you can make money with the market falling. But if I show you guys SQQQ, you guys will see that it's the exact inverse of the Nasdaq, right? That's why it's looking like it was forming higher highs and higher lows, right? Exact opposite. So yeah, that's what I wanted to make you guys aware of, and I'm gonna cover my trades on the day today. But I was up $67 on TQQQ, and on SQQQ I was up only $11, so up just under $80 on the day. And obviously our account as a whole took a beating today, because the Nasdaq sold off, and we are invested in tech stocks. I'm going to cover two of them, really notable ones that really died on the day, but here are all my filled orders on the day. Just over 300, so I do typically tend to take quite a lot, but feel free to go through and look at them on your own time. I know it is a lot. But this was my biggest trade right here, and it was my last trade of the day at 7:38 in the morning, so I was done trading it after like an hour and 10 minutes since the market opened up. And yeah, I want to cover the trades I was able to hit. But right around here was when the market opened up, and we immediately started to get this sell-off right towards the bottom VWAP. And I really want to share with you guys what led me to be green on the day today, that led me to be green yesterday, and definitely something I missed out on Monday that I wasn't taking into consideration. But I always say how important it is to look at different time frames, right? So if you looked at the Nasdaq on the 5-day, 5-minute, you can see that right around here, right? This was when the market was opening up at 6:30. When I was hopping onto the market, I was looking out for the potential, basically, for the market to either fall and try and bounce like it did previously, right? 2 different times before it traded around this area and found a support and ended up actually rallying. So that's what I was going to be on the lookout for. When it came and started to fall, I wanted to see whether it was going to try and find a support and keep uptrending like it previously did, or whether it was going to try and find some support but ultimately keep falling, right? I wanted to make sure I was on the lookout for those potential changes of direction. So that's what I did, and that's what's really been doing me well recently. It's just basically being on the lookout for the potential changes of direction. So right around here, the market started to sell off right when it opened up. And like I told you guys, I was on the lookout for potential gap up like it previously did, like I showed you on the bigger time frames. And that did end up happening, right? We got a nice support, and this could have been a nice play up for TQQQ. But ultimately, a lot of people may have got faked out thinking it was going to keep uptrending. But that's why it is so important to check the overall direction, because it is still forming lower highs on the day, even if it were to reach these levels right here. It still was using this middle VWAP like I was talking about earlier, and it was validating it as a resistance. So anytime we saw it struggling, it really just kept falling and wanting to keep downtrending. It did it again here, right? Try to find a support, came back up, got hit by this middle VWAP, and validated the resistance again, only for it to keep selling off, right? It kept happening on the day today. A lot of plays you could have taken advantage of. And yeah, overall direction was bearish, no doubt about it, right? So that's basically what we ended up seeing, right? It tried to bounce, and ultimately the direction is downtrending, right? Like I showed you guys in yesterday's video, we're still forming these lower highs with this bearish direction on the NASDAQ. So right around here, it was kind of no shocker that it was going to try and find some type of support, but ultimately it just kept selling off on the day, right? It's unfortunate to see with our account taking a big hit, but right now we're at a pretty iffy territory. I have no idea whether the NASDAQ is going to try and form some type of support here and start rallying, right, to go higher, make higher highs, or whether it's actually going to, like it did previously around these areas, just start absolutely getting rejected. That's what it's looking like as of now, right? And if we break this support here, we might really see a big play downwards for SQQQ. So as far as our swing trading, that's how day trading went. You guys saw we were down a lot, and it is because of two specific stocks on the day. First, it was Rivian, and then it ended up being Tesla. So as far as Rivian, why it is down so much, it's because, as you'll see, it is down almost 20% on the day, and that's because some news got released. And it's because of basically a recall on cars they had. I've told you guys before, but feel free anytime you guys pull up a stock to pull up this live news tab here, and you can read about different things that basically different articles released on it that could tell you about some news for it. But today it was, as you can see, multiple ones. Rivian issues another recall for electric trucks. So I was reading about it. Definitely not a good look, and so that's why it ended up dying a lot. And Tesla obviously was just really struggling on the day, and today was Tesla's investor day. That's what I mentioned yesterday to be looking out for, and it definitely affected the stock. Obviously not in a good way at all. And if you guys will read, a lot of people were basically shocked that Elon today he released a big model, basically a big phase 3 plan that he's been having for kind of sustainable energy development in the world and stuff like that. And a lot of people thought it was very vague. You can read about it in the live news tab, but yeah, a lot of people thought it didn't have that many details and stuff like that. A lot of things were missing, so that's ultimately what led to this big drop, right? A lot of uncertainty. And yeah, it just wasn't what a lot of people were expecting, but obviously it's okay at the end of the day. And yeah, that's why I never think anything has to happen. Tesla's a great company, but it did experience a big drop today, and that's why me and my brother are fine with it, because we are up on it obviously pretty nicely on the year a bit, but we just really are investing with money we don't mind losing, and we'd recommend doing the same because it could definitely help with managing emotions. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning back in once again, and I'm really aiming to kill it the rest of the week, and I hope you guys do the same. Thank you so much, and take care.